Welcome back. In the last lecture, we understood liberalism. What is liberalism? What were the ideas in liberalism? Liberalism, if I have to explain to you in individualistic terms, in humanistic terms, uh, not at states level, then liberalism would be a Lockean individual. Liberalism would be a rational man. Liberalism would be a person who does not want to harm others' life, liberty, and property, who wants to live in a society. He wants to be a part of a collective, right? A good man, essentially good man, a Socratic man who has imprint on justice imprinted on his soul, a good man. Liberal man is a good man. Liberals applied this principle of good man on national level, on country level. But but as you know, when you put good men in anarchy, what they do, they turn animalistic. And 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 you see what happened. World War I happened. Wilson gives his speech to US Congress. There is formation of League of Nations, right? UN before UN. Right, UN like organization, League of Nation gets formed. There is assumption that states will bring their grievances to League of Nation, and League of Nation will solve all the issues with states, right? Suddenly what happens is Hitler attacks Austria-Hungary. Hitler attacks places here and there. Hitler attacks France. Uh, Hitler attacks Russia. Britain has to jump to the war. There is persecution of Jews, right? There is Holocaust. Italy becomes authoritarian. Spain become authoritarian, right? During 1919 and 1939, you see you see absolute decay of human reason. There is complete violation of human rights. There is complete complete suppression of freedom of speech and expression. Right? After World War I, states agreed for liberal world order, but within themselves they kept increasing their power. Right? They continued with power politics. They continued with power politics. Right? And with E.H. Carr writing this book, with E.H. Carr understanding and explaining what is going on with states between 1919 and 1939, we see emergence of first great debate. We see emergence of first great debate, and we see realist school of international politics emerging. Why? Due to failure of liberal school of international politics in explaining relation between nations. LON failed. With failure of LON, liberal school of international politics also failed, and emerged realist school of international politics or realism. What are the assumptions What are the basic assumptions of realism? Basic assumptions of realism. The first basic assumption is that world order is Westphalian, state-centric world order, right? Billiard ball world order. The second assumption is that international politics is anarchical, right? There is anarchy, there is state of nature in international politics. State have to help themselves, right? There is no one else to help states. This is second assumption. Third assumption is that states objective is survival. Fourth assumption as is states are rational actors, but states are not rational actors in Lockean sense, but in Hobbesian sense, right? States are not rational actor in Lockean sense, but Hobbesian sense. States are rational with if states are Lockean rational, then they will not harm others' life, liberty, and property. If states are Hobbesian rational, they will seek power. The fifth principle, the fifth basic assumption is that power is both means and ends. The sixth assumption is that state suffer security dilemma. Security dilemma means outside state will attack me at any point of time, right? Outside state will attack me at any point of time. And the seventh assumption is power is a zero sum game. What is zero sum game? If you play a game and if there is only one winner, then it is a zero sum game. Zero sum game basically means winner takes all, right? Winner takes all. These are seven basic assumptions of these are seven basic assumptions of realism. From the next lecture, we'll start with the real father of realism, Hans Morgenthau, who systematized school of realism. We'll understand his views and we'll try to understand what realism basically means. I hope this helped. I hope this helped. From the next lecture, we'll start with Hans Morgenthau and Realist School of Thought. Right? Thank you so much.